Good afternoon, guys. I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
And thank you guys for tuning in to my GSPN recap of Wichita High School sports.
And as you guys know, this was brought to you by GardenGrocery.com and AMP Sports Performance.
That's right, Anthony. Our beautiful sponsors. Thank you guys for everything that you do for us.
Yes, sir.
And guys, we have highlights from the girls soccer state championship games, starting off with 2A. But before we get into the action, I want you guys to go ahead and make sure that you're following us on all of our social media handles to stay up to date with the hottest coverage in high school sports. And make sure you guys like and share this video. Anthony,
Yes,
get us
sir.
started with that 2A matchup, my guy.
St. John's got things rolling with two amazing goals in the first half. First, a nice cross by Paige Cruz into a header by Hannah Lemieux, and then a little trickery on a free kick as Paige Cruz perfectly places the ball right over the wall as it went down, and the score would go right inside the left post for the 2-0 lead. Second half, and St. John's continued to dominate and score. This time, some nice ball movement by Lauren Weiss would set up Maya Sadler for the close tap-in and a 3-0 lead. And Cameron Towers would set up Lauren Mateo in a similar way to give St. John's Country Day the 4-0 lead. And that's how the game would end. St. John's finished the season 24-1 and their 9th consecutive state championship. And this is head coach Mike Pickett's 12th championship in his 12th year, and his 20 years with the school. Man, that is crazy. 12 championships in 20 years, but even more, 9 straight for St. John's. That is amazing feat to have right
that's
there.
unheard of right there, man. St. John's super dominant in girls soccer. That's absolutely insane stat right
Wow.
there. Anthony, 3A, we had Bowles taking on Carrollton School of the Sacred Heart. Avery Patterson would get tripped up within the first minute of the game, and it will result in a PK that she nailed to give Bowles the 1-0 lead. Lucia Robello would answer with a nice assist to Beatrice Stone for the goal for Carrollton, 1-1. Another goal by Patterson as she took on 3 defenders for the score right under the keeper. Bowles would go up 2-1 in this game. And later in the first half, the ball would bounce around and land perfectly in front of Natalia Hoadley, and she would nail a shot from about 30 yards out, right over keeper Zoe Lee's hands to tie things up at 2 goals apiece. Second half action here, and Olivia Candelino lines up for a corner. The ball gets deflected right in front of Alexi Pitt, and she knocks it in for the game-winning goal. Bowles wins it 3-2, and Bowles finished their season 23-6. That is a 3-peat for Bowles right there, my man.
That is crazy. 2 dynasties we have already starting off in 2A and 3A there, man. That is amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to kick things off over here in 4A with Bishop Kenny taking on Cardinal Gibbons. Great ball movement by Cardinal Gibbons will set up Sydney Povico for the shot, and she whips on the first attempt, reloads, and knocks the second tipper in for the 1-0 score. Sophia Hayag will answer back with the goal about 8 minutes right before halftime for Bishop Kenny to tie things up at 1-1. Second half, and the ball will make its way to Haynes Grant from Bishop Kenny, and she will put the moves on the defender, shoots, and the keeper mishandles the ball, but it lands right in the goal for the score. Bishop Kenny would go up 2-1, and they would get the win. With that win by Bishop Kenny, Bowles, and St. John's, that make the teams from Jacksonville 3-0 so far in the girls soccer state championships up there in DeLand, man. That's crazy. The Jacksonville teams win up there, and they're just taking things over already, man.
That's right. It reminds me a lot of the football state championships, man.
Yeah.
Clean sweep by Miami so far. So these Jacksonville teams came in ready to play for girls soccer. But Anthony, we're going to have more highlights of the girls state championships.
Yes, sir.
We have 5, 6, and 7A coming for you guys later this week. That has been our show for today, though. We'd like to go ahead and thank our sponsors, GardenGrocery.com. If you're staying in the Orlando area at one of the Disney resorts, go ahead and place an order for groceries to be delivered to your room at the time of check-in. Save money and time by shopping with GardenGrocery.com.
And also UDiscover Florida. If you're looking for a new restaurant, hotel, or attraction, check them out on Instagram at UDiscover Florida or UDiscoverFlorida.com.
And once again, guys, I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
Thank you guys for tuning back in to my GSPN recap. As always, you guys know it's your sports, all you, all the time.